Hello everybody, today's dish is going to be Escovitch fish. Ingredients needed are going to be some onion. I'm using sweet onion today, some carrots. I'm using a Scotch bonnet pepper, but you can use any hot pepper. Some bell peppers. I have a variety of colors here. Some fish, so I'm going to be using some whole red snapper today that has been marinating for about 36 hours. Some all-purpose seasoning or any type of seasoning for your liking. Oil, vinegar, allspice berries, black pepper, and some salt. Let's get started. First things first, we're gonna turn on our stove. And I'm just gonna throw in some oil. So I'm gonna heat the pot up and heat the oil up at the same time. So for this dish, you're not deep frying your fish, so you don't want to fill your pan up with too much oil. My flame is on a high flame at the moment. I'm gonna turn it down to medium in about 1 minute. And that's just to get the heating process going. My oil is nice and hot. It is popping, it's ready to go. I'm gonna be using some tongs to take my fish out of the bowl that they're in. And it looks like I'll only be able to fit one at a time. So I'm just gonna toss that right in the oil. And I'm gonna allow this to cook until that side that it is on now, the bottom side, turns a nice golden color, and then I'm gonna flip it. So it's been about 3 minutes. I am just paying attention to the bottom corners here. It looks like it is starting to turn a nice brown color, so I'm gonna flip it now.
And just make sure that bottom side gets nice and golden.
So I feel like Mr. Fish is done. I have lined a plate here with some paper towel. I'm just going to take the fish out and put it onto that plate. Being careful not to spill too much oil anywhere. Nice and brown. And we're just gonna strain off some of that oil and place it on the plate. So that's what our first fish is looking like. I'm gonna go on with the second one now. Alright, and remove. So let's just show you guys what this side is looking like. Nice and brown. Same thing. I'm gonna just place it on this plate here with the other friend and throw in the other two, and then I'll get back to you guys when it gets to the vegetable part. Okay, so step 1 completed. Our fish is fried. Easier on myself. Those veggies that I showed you guys before, I'm gonna toss these into this bowl. I'm going to toss those together, as well as the peppers. Now, the allspice berries, I am going to add, that's way too much. Alright, so we're gonna add about 11 allspice berries. Just toss those in there. So I am going to be using the same pan that I used to fry the fish in. Usually I would have used the same oil that I fried the fish in, but a lot of it did burn and I don't want a burn taste in my veggies.
And if your oil turned out a little better than mine,
then feel free to use the same oil. I will just have to add a little bit more oil to start off the sauteing of these veggies. Alright, so on with your veggies. Now, like I said before, I put mine in the bowl because I have a lot and my pan is not that big. However, if you do have a bigger pan, feel free to just dump everything one after the other. Alright guys, so I actually think I'm going to stop this and get a bigger pan, so give me a second. The frying pan that I was using just was way too small. I realized that halfway, so I'm just going to transfer those veggies into this bigger pot. I'm not adding any more oil because the veggies here are already oiled and I don't want it to be too oily. And mix everything around. Now you're gonna go in with your vinegar. So I'm gonna be using 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Then you can go in with a little bit of salt, some black pepper, and I like a lot of black pepper, so I'm a little heavy-handed with this, and a little bit of some all-purpose seasoning just to give your veggies a nice flavor. And mix. And you don't want to cook this down too much. You still want your onions, your carrots to have a little bit of bite. Just check it and check the tenderness of your veggies. Once you feel like they're starting to get a little too soft, turn your stove off. So it has been about 5 minutes and our veggies are done. Take a look inside. So I have dressed Mr. Fish. I have poured some of that vinegar pepper mixture all over him. That's gonna give it a nice little kick. And you can eat this with whatever you want. You can eat it by yourself. I have some yellow rice I made and some fried plantains, and it's gonna go down amazing. So there we go.